league now.
Yeah.
With Ahli is your product.
It's not my product. Percy Tau is Mamelodi Sundowns product.
Okay, so do you think, in terms of moving abroad, you always advocate for players to play in Europe, especially? Is it the right time for him, or you think, I don't know?
The right time for Percy to do what?
To move to Europe.
Percy moved to Europe earlier, and it's not for me to say what happened. You know what happened. He did well in the Belgium First Division. Let's be honest. He did well, and that put him in the Premier League that put him in the Belgium First Division. He played for Anderlecht and all that. Okay, and then it moved him to the Premier League of an English Premier League, which is the best league in the world, in my opinion. Okay, unless you have another name that's better, and I want to know which one. He moved to the Premier League, struggled, didn't get game time. We said maybe the coach, we said this and that, and by the way, Percy was not getting younger. And by the time he came to Ahli, he was 28, if I'm not mistaken. You know, he should be 30 now, eh? 29, 27, 29. So, would you want to stay with the logo of a team and you don't play football? If you can be paid the same or better, and then you have a chance to play in the World Cup, to have the chance to win the Champions League, you're playing for the best team in the continent, where would you like to be? Where would you like to be? Why is Gabriel Jesus moved from Manchester City? Why they move from Manchester City, they go to Arsenal? So also it's game time, but also don't lose your finances. So that's my opinion, and he has done exceptionally well. He was really stopped to show his talent by injuries. By the time I was with Percy at Ahli, Percy had injuries. You know that, a lot of injuries. Even the national team coach was complaining about his injuries. He got a break a little bit, and injuries gave him space. And he started to play well, to gain confidence. And in fact, Percy is playing at the level that he is, and I think he can do better. He can do better. So probably, if there's an opportunity for him to get to Europe, why not? But don't get to Europe and don't play. Because you are now 29. So you need to play.
Coach, can you just fill us in as to what happened in Saudi Arabia?
We won the league.
Yeah, besides the stuff, the rumblings behind the scenes, have you guys been paid? And also, there's a lot of interest in the country with regards to that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's a proper question. I understand. Look, we did what we had to do. Our mandate was to promote the team. We did that 5 games before, or 4, if I'm not mistaken. And we won the league also, with a game to play. So, and we could have done better, to be honest. That's what I was called for. And I did what I was supposed to do. And if you follow the Arab media, you can see the supporters, they all say salute. We will remember everything that you've done for us, because this is a big club that went down and it came up, okay? But you must know, when you work, there are contractual obligations. And they didn't meet some of the contractual obligations, which really I don't want to talk about. And you're a smart journalist, if you dig deeper, you can think about that. And they didn't meet that. And hopefully, things can be right, but we decided that we have done what we have to do, and it was time to move.
Coach, why obviously the Public Investment Fund of Saudi is now in the process of taking over the club. Why wasn't
They've already taken over.
Okay, why wasn't there a matter of perhaps being patient and splashing the cash on Sadio Mane or Mahrez or something?
You have to follow your route. You can't base your career on what can come. You need to look after what is in front of you. So when no correspondence and communication is coming your way of the future, why do you want to talk about the future? So I can't talk about the future when nobody talks about the future to me. So I have to be realistic and say, who are you? Where are you? What do you want? And do that. And I'm also listening to advice from other people in Saudi and whatever. So you have to move on. Don't envy what you don't know of. You know, if I come to you and say, hey, I'm going to give you so much money next year, what, okay, but give me this one first, you know, then you can move on to that.
Coach,
What is coming is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what is coming with public investment. It's huge. It's amazing. I think you remember what happened to China at one stage. Yeah, it's another space. It's another level.
What's happening to Newcastle?
I don't know what's happening to Newcastle now. Maskepe can tell us.
They're owned by.
No, I know. No, I know. Everybody's owned by the PIF. Ronaldo's owned by PIF. So they can do anything they want to do, Maskepe. And
Could that be the catalyst that would see Pitso Mosimane remain in Saudi? Because everyone's flocking there. Why wouldn't Africa's most ambitious coach, one of our most successful, be there where everyone is flocking to?
who's a Muslim here? None. Okay. They say inshallah. I don't know. You know what does that
God
mean?
willing.
So that's what I'm saying to you. Inshallah.
Coach, I'm looking at you being at Saudi. One of the, I don't know whether disturbing or videos that we saw was when the players refused to celebrate. And for me, that said, you've done a great job there with the players. They found a father figure in you. What did that gesture mean, that the players did not want to hoist the trophy? Even the fireworks went on its own.
Yeah, but Shaba, my job is to win the game, to promote the club, to win the trophy. My job is not to do what happens after the trophy. I end when the referee blows the last whistle. That's where I end. The rest belongs to the team, the management, and whatever happens. It's not my space. Would be nice because you talk to them all the time. It could be nice to ask them.
Coach, there's a phrase you've coined, paying the school fees. And when you get to a space like Saudi where, I mean, you're known, but not necessarily known as a coach like these Europeans who are going there, you know, Espirito Santo and them.
The Europeans get there without not known. You just go.
Yes, yes. That's
You
what
have
I'm
a European passport, you're a white man. You go.
saying. That's why I'm saying.
Where did you coach? You've coached at, okay, coach. Okay?
You see, that's
So-
what I'm
so-
asking.
so-
Is that you now, with what you've achieved, what they've seen, you go there when the team was on the back foot, but you still win the championship, and you get this treatment. Do you see it as part of paying the school fees, so to speak?
I must tell you the truth. You must know this. Maybe I didn't disclose this before. Before I went to Ahli Saudi, I researched the team. I knew the shortfalls of the team. I knew what happened to the team. I knew why they went down. I knew that. And I'm not surprised of anything that is happening. I knew that. Walter is here. We wanted to speak to Walter is here. Anyway, I knew what is coming, or what is capable of coming. I wanted to be in Asia. I wanted to be in the Saudi. I wanted to be in the Gulf. And the best way, the only way to be in the Gulf, and the best way is to take this big club that has gone down and put a footprint. That's my vision, achieved. Project.
Coach, do you have interest? Do you have offers now? Do you have, are you the manager? What is he saying about the people calling?
You see, they say, don't worry about the outcome, worry about the process. The outcome will sort itself out. Win. Just win.
Coach,
Okay? If somebody who says, I want somebody who wins, they'll come to you. Okay? If you're really winning, they'll come to you.
So where's the process now?
It's still in the process.
Coach,
The outcome will sort itself very soon.
Coach,
The process.
you
No, but Maskepe, I mean, you cannot tell me the whole Middle East and the Gulf. Nobody wants us to join them. I mean, Middle East is huge. It goes from Tunisia to Algeria. It goes to Qatar. It goes to Emirates. I mean, there are about 9 countries. Jordan, you can just mention Libya. It's huge. I mean, you want to tell me that we can't coach a team there? We will coach a team if we want. It must be the right project. You must also understand, we've played against this team. We've played against the champion team in Qatar. And we've beaten them. We've played against the champion team in Asia, Hilal. We've beaten them. We've played against the champions of Saudi. We've beaten them. We've played against the champions of Libya. We've beaten them. We've played against the champions of Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia. I mean, you've got do your research. The results are there. So I mean, really, not one of those people's. And I'm talking the champions. I'm not talking team number 10 or number 12.
And the champions of South Africa.
I'm saying to you, you want to tell me that there's nobody who will say, probably would like that guy? No, otherwise you're doing bad job. Okay, so we're not worried about where we go or when. No, just calm down. The process will sort itself out.
Coach, there's a champion with obviously a project and ambition that is close to pulling the trigger on the coach, Widad, and Nasiri is behind the scenes.
Good man, Nasir is
He's
a good
been
man.
talking about that you are now available now, but is the African chapter closed? Because it sounds like you're more interested in conquering Asia now.
If there's one president that I can say is a bit closer to us and even to my manager, is Nasir. And when I was at Sundowns, very close, and know who we are, know what we want, and even told me some other things personally that I cannot say to you. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We should never worry about if you have a job or not. And you might not have it in the next day. You might have it tomorrow. You might not have it in 2 months. It's okay. We left Ahli, Egypt. We stayed home. Is it 2 months or 3 months, whatever? 2 months maybe. And we say, okay, let's take a break. Whilst we are in the break, somebody comes and talks. You know what I'm trying to say? You know how football is. Somebody says, I think I've got a coach. As the games goes, pre-season and 5 games, 6 games, says, I don't think this thing is going to go. And somebody will just pull the trigger. That's the way it is. Somebody says, I want now. Somebody says, oh, maybe later. You never know.
Coach Chiefs?
Okay, last 2 questions, guys.
Chiefs, would you be... you know this, don't you, Coach?
No, finish your question. I can't answer the question. No, Matasi,
Okay.
give me a question that I can answer.
Okay,
I mean, really.
would you want to go to? Would you love to coach Chiefs if they call you? If Brake calls you?
It's not about Kaizer Chiefs. We will coach anywhere where there's a project that we think is good and is right. Okay? But we're not in a position to be sending application forms. No, we don't sign application forms. No. If somebody really wants you, he'll come to you. He'll talk to you. Am I right? Come on, right?
Fair enough, Coach.
Thank you, Melody.
Coach, would you at least take a call from Dr. Kaizer?
I'll take a call from anybody. Anybody. I'll take a call from anybody. I'm a professional. I'm a football coach. I'll take a call from anybody. I don't discriminate, I don't judge. I'm a professional, and I look at the project. Is the project good? Is it worth to do it? Yes, I mean, look where we came from with Ahli Saudi. I knew about the challenges. The team was under administration, we all know about it. So, but
Coach, final one, what have you learned from being in Saudi over this past few months?
Saudi.
Yeah, that's you can apply to your career moving forward.
Learned about the game or personal?
Both.
Personal, to say South Africans can do a job in Saudi. And the proof is there on the pudding. Personal, always break the boundaries. Never be afraid of the unknown. You must do what you think you can. You must never be afraid to jump. I like to use the word jump. Never be afraid to jump. There are people who says, I'm not going to try things. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm not moving. Okay? There are people who move. You know, Mourinho will always move. Pep will always move. Jurgen Klopp will always move. Thomas Tuchel will move. Okay? But there are those who say, I don't want to test. I don't want to open that door because it might be cold that side. So come back to the warm weather. You know, I'm comfortable there. I have my salary. I have not so much of big responsibility. I sit. And why should I try that side? Because where we're going, where we try, we jump. There's a lot of turbulences. There's 1 year contract, you can be fired, there's a lot of turbulences. So if you don't have confidence and you don't want that, you'll always resort to your comfort place. You know, and the other side it's a little bit cold. So I like cold water.
Coach, you've always said, you've always...
Okay, prepare, that's the last one.
Okay, thank you. Right now, whenever you are speaking, you're talking about if the project is right. And obviously that is dependent on who is giving you the call. But what is the dream now for Pitso? Outside of this project, what does
the dream
he
is
want
here.
to do? I mean, in
PMSS, that's my dream.
In professional football coaching.
You see, Maskapi, you must never, in my opinion, you know, they say you can always achieve what you can. But I cannot be saying my dream is to build an aeroplane tomorrow. I can't. I'm not an engineer. I don't have capacity or capability to do that. And if you ask me about, for example, Europe, do I have a chance to go to Europe? My work is. Why? Because I've played against the European coaches who have played in the semi-finals, big teams, Champions League. I've faced them. And at equal opportunities. You know, with good teams being around, coaching them coaching big teams, and at the FIFA level, at World Cup level. And we have showed what we can do. So, you must know that a coach is a coach because of the tools that he uses. If I say to you, go do an interview, and I don't give you these tools, how are you going to do it? How am I going to measure if you are a good journalist or not? I must give you the tools to do things. I must give you the platform to do that. I can't say you must be a top journalist, but I don't allow you to do PSL, I don't allow you to do this. So now what stories? I want community stories, and you're going to say I'm not good. So let me get the platform where things are made and give me the chance. Then I can come with a proper report. I can show how good I am. So with us as Africans, it's a little bit tough. Ask Walid Regrawi, which is my good friend, from a long time, the coach of Morocco. He's here. Go talk to him. We sit together. Even in the class, he was even interpreting me because I did the course in French. You must remember, he was telling me. It was tough. Ask him. Does he have a chance to go and coach in Europe? What are the chances? Very difficult. And a sub-Saharan, you must tell me who. Every time we go wherever, we're the first sub-Saharan to be coaching in Egypt, in Ahli, since 1904. We're the sub-Saharan to go to Saudi. Okay? We will be the first sub-Saharan somewhere. So we have to move and break boundaries, as I said. We have to move and break boundaries and create space. What I would love to see is my fellow people from behind to come back, to come stronger behind me and do better. They can do better. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I don't know if we have, if you are capable, if my people are capable. We can. So is to try. Is Europe willing to have a sub-Saharan there? Never has ever happened. Even those who are European black born in those countries, why they don't coach? Dwight York was telling me, he says, I've got the badges. I've scored goals against anybody. You saw me against Manchester, against Champions League, you saw me the goals. Coach, you don't remember how many goals? You were sitting with me, we were talking. We were doing work for Supersport. He says, when I go back as a coach, I said, okay, I've got my badges. I says, coach, they don't take me. It's the world, it's like that. So, it's the way it is. So, you have to do whatever you have to do. The world is different, Muscat. The world is the world. So somebody has to do the difference. It will happen.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach.